It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. Here's Smith on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle Father Time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another run for Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter do a play-by-play. Because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. Give him 13 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They pick the handoff now, Stafford. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Throw finds DeMarcus Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30. And it brings up an LA first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now Stafford again. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be third and long.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
This one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
Slide's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Deontay Hardy to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. From the 46. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Lamar now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They've got a man in motion. First down, here's Lamar. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again is Lamar. He fires one deep down the right sideline. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Play fake, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So no return on that punt. And the Rams will take possession. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Finds a man right side. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Give to Williams from the gun. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
On third down, here's Williams. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
They've got first down from the 31. Motioning him from the slot right. Right back to Williams on first down. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop. Second down now, 7 to go. They stay on the ground with Williams. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
All plays on the table here for third and 3. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing now off play action. Throwing this back in the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So second down coming up.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
They send a man in motion. On second down, a run with Williams. He finds space into the red zone. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams stretch their early lead to 9. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams go up 10-zip here in the first. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Returnable from the 1. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
All right, here we go. Second down. Man in motion here. Here's 2nd and 11. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll have it 2nd and 8. From the 48. Finds Aguilar. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. Third and just 2 to go. Putting a receiver in motion. Quick pass, right side, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Slot man in motion left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's brought down for a loss. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. That was Darius Williams on the tackle.
Kid, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
Jackson now on 3rd. That's caught for the first. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens start to fight back with their first points of this game. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens cut it to a field goal game. Set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. This kick is away, but it is short and straight up into the air. And they'll down this one just beyond the midfield stripe. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. Connects with Bateman. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
From the 42. He'll get this to Henry. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They send him left out of the slot. On 1st down, Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that will set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Lamar throwing again. The back's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, ball at the 36. Straight ahead with Williams. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Stafford from the gun. Cup on the catch. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds his target, Robinson. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get 1 step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis and practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Sly's kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Hardy on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Baltimore running its offense out now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Second and 3 now. Lamar now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens with the football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They've got a man in motion. First down throw for Jackson. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Jackson yet again. Andrews with the catch. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
The Rams showing a nickel look. 3rd down coming up. And again, it's Jackson. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Jordan Stout on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He gets this one away and really connected. This one is sky high. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Rams have their work cut out for them on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Stafford to throw again on 2nd. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. And the Ravens going nickel, 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Now Stafford again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. Back to throw, here's Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He'll get this to Kupp. And this one does not go far. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ethan Evans on now to punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Kick is away and really up there trying to pin them deep. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They send the tight end in motion. First down, here's Lamar. Gets this one to Andrews. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Slot man in motion right. From the gun, Jackson. Complete out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push their lead to 4.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. It's taken in by Williams. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 14. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Lamar off the play fake. Rolling out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. You evade them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Rams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. On first down, here's Stafford. Finds his target, Robinson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Williams. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And this one's kicked up towards the clouds. Wow! And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Ravens, ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Running right, it's Williams. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Stafford from the gun. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Rams are set to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. This kick is away, but it is short and straight up into the air. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Ball at the 33 for first down. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second and 10 now. Getting out to his left. Now he takes it. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
On first down, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Second and 3 now. Now it's Lamar. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now they have third and short. He made taking away that quick slant look easy there, Brock, even in zone coverage.
Yeah, it is not an easy route to stop, and you have to have tremendous eyes. I talked to you, Kate, and everybody about anticipation as a quarterback. It's the same thing for a cornerback in zone. He anticipated that route. It was Johnny on the spot.
And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now lead by 10. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. kickoff. Has it at the 11. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They've got first down from the 31. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. Got Williams, and it's complete. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
From the 33 on second down. Throw complete to Williams. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
2nd and 15. Gets this one to Andrews. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Offense trying to add to the defensive effort and turn 6 points into 8. He's throwing for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Ooh, this is so tough, Brock. You understand what he was trying to do, make something happen, ended up outside the pocket, but even some added creativity can't yield 2 points here.
You get down here on these 2-point conversions, the real estate just gets gobbled up in a hurry. Not only for the QB, but the receivers as well. Only so much time to try to make something work before that defender said, "Not in my house."
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Hardy on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jackson trying again after the pick. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Short side option here, he's running left. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They send a tight end in motion. Out of the gun, Henry. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 31, Henry on the catch.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Just 1 yard on 1st and goal. Still 4 yards to go on 2nd. So we're through 3 here. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Lamar back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens push the lead up to 12. Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Stafford to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams now within 1 score in the 4th. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return coming here from the 12. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Now to his wideout. It's a screen. And this one doesn't go far.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He'll get this to Henry. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Running once more with Henry. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
First down, here's Lamar. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. He's inside the 10. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Aguilar, the receiver, in motion right. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens push the lead up to 12. Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Out come the Rams on offense. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Stafford now on 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Stafford from the gun. It's complete to Higbee. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Stafford gonna go on 4th. He connects downfield on 4th. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They motion the tight end over. Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Stafford. It's taken in by Williams. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. And now it's 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Man in motion here. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. A 3-yard gain leaves him just a little short. A decision to make now on 4th down. Here's Stafford. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, they've got a first down here. I think we all saw their shoulders slump in unison when they saw that flag come out. They knew what that call was going to be.
And if he could, you know he'd dig a hole 10 feet under and go hide in it. You do not want to be the guy who gave this drive new life.
A costly penalty flag there as that turns 4th down into 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And he drives this forward to the 6. About 4 yards on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down for him. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 3rd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams now within 1 score in the 4th. 3 touchdown catches in 1 game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This taken from the 12. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. The drive begins with Henry. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
This is Henry on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens with a 5-point lead. Putting a receiver in motion. Looking to throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. And plenty of hang time on this one. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Rams will take possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Here he is to throw. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Here he is to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
Going for it, it's Williams. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Here's Henry running left. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Another run for Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. He'll get this to Cup. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an out cut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Now Stafford again. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.